Mesopotamia, the land in between two rivers, the land inside the Fertile Crescent, or preferably the Fertile Croissant. Before people lived in Mesopotamia, people lived in the mountains. They didn't like it there because the soil wasn't that great. So they decided to go to Mesopotamia. They went there probably because the soil was good for farming.
You know what came out of all of these people moving down out of the mountains? Sumer! But why the heck do we care about Sumer? Well, obviously because they're the first empire and known as the cradle of civilization, you uncultured swine. The little city-states actually worked together. By working together, less people died. People still died. With less people dying, they could invent more super technology. These super advanced technologies included the wheel. They also used super irrigation, like canals and dams. Do you know what else the Sumerians built? Ziggurats. These people loved their ziggurats. This is because this is where they worshipped their god. Oh wait, no, they had multiple gods. They loved their gods so much that they made statues out of them. Did I mention? The Sumerians really liked their god. The ziggurats that the Sumerians built were very big. So who wasn't lazy enough to build these monstrosities? Builders, of course. They were still lazy, but they didn't have a choice. They were in the common class, which was the least common class, because who needs artisans, builders, and traders? Oh wait, we do need them? Well, this is Mesopotamia, boy. We need more food than arts and crafts. That's why farming and fishing was the common class. However, farmers could sometimes have a chance to be lazy. This is because they had slaves. Being a slave sucked. You had to work so much that if you did, you could decide where you could work. So far, there have been classes that seemed fine or even possibly good, but there were very little of the good ones. But what if I were to tell you that there was a class that wasn't super uncommon and you could be lazy? Well, there is. The upper class. If you want to be lazy like these people, you should become a government official, a priest, or a landowner. The Sumerians were smart. Screw it, these people were the smartest of the smart. They had a complex language, which is cuneiform, which is written on clay, and was the first. The Sumerians also had super government and super technology. Let's go over what the intellectuals known as the Sumerians had for technology. The plow, irrigation, the wheel, writing, poetry, and more. All was good for the Sumerians until, out of nowhere, Sargon said, "Screw you, Sumer, I'm going to invade you and become the empire." Well, the first empire started coming around because the
Sumerian
empire eventually fell. And I bet you're asking, what is the difference between city-states and an empire? Well, city-states are cities that, with its surrounding territory, forms an independent state, and an empire is a larger territory ruled by the same people. So, the first empire was the Akkadian Empire, and it lasted from around 2300 BCE to 2100 BCE. The Akkadian Empire was made by Sargon the Great, and he gained control by using his very advanced military skills. Two major accomplishments of the Akkadian Empire included conquering all of Mesopotamia and gradually replacing the Sumerian language. All of the Akkadian Empire fell after Hambirai came along and made the Babylonian Empire and ruled from 1790 to 1750 BCE. and created a code of laws, which was an amazing accomplishment. Here are some examples of Hamburai's code of laws. If anyone is committing a robbery and is caught, then he shall be put to death. Another one is, if a son hits his dad, his hands will be cut off. Man, those were some good laws. Next, the Assyrian Empire came along, which lasted from 1895 to 1612 BCE. They had great military strength and were known for being really cruel. And being cruel was good for the Assyrians because it told no one to mess with them. The Assyrians also made aqueducts. So bam! Now there's a thing called the Neo-Babylonian Empire, which was born and lasted from 626 to 529 BCE. They made a super cool ziggurat that was several stories high and was called the House of the Platform Between Heaven and Earth. Neo-Babylonian Empire also invented the first sundial, and they made a time and date system. So after all this stuff happens, other things happened after the empires fell, but Morton does not need to know that stuff.
Vocabulary. Ready? 5, 4, go! Number 1, city-state. They were self-governed and had similar cultures. Number 2, empire. A large territory where several groups of people are ruled by a single powerful ruler or government. Number 3, Hamburger's Code, the first written down laws. Number 4, ziggurat. A rectangular step tower and pyramid-like. Number 5, silt. A fine sound found in rivers which is good for crops. Number 6, cuneiform. First written language, and it was written on clay tablets. Number 7, aqueduct. A thing that transfers water. There. We're done!